and welcome. I'm Colin Daniel from riffninja.com, and today we're going to take a look at 5 iconic intro riffs using power chords. And if you like the lesson and you're watching on YouTube and you want some more, hit the bell in the top right-hand corner of the screen, and YouTube will let you know the next time we have a new lesson out. Okay, let's get right to it. The first one is Ironman. It's in the key of B minor, and it comes directly out of the B minor scale, except for years I've been playing it using the 5th string and the 4th in power chord, and it is a power chord that we're using. That's basically the intro riff, but I read Tony Iommi's autobiography recently, and by the way, if you really want to read a good autobiography, you should check his out. I recommend it. He says he started it on the 6th string, B, at the 7th fret. You know, this is a power chord, right? You know, using your 1 and 5, and plays the same thing. I gotta admit that has a little more chunk to it in some ways than... Okay, the fret positions. If you choose to play it using the 5th string and the 4th string, 2nd fret power chord, then you jump 3 frets. That'll be the D or 5th fret. So it goes 1 stroke, 1 stroke, then we move up, hit the stroke one more time on the D, double on the E. Now we go up to the G, which is 10th fret. And you go G, F sharp, G, F sharp, G. Then you got to drop back down to the D, 5th fret. Again, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret, and 9th fret. Back down to the 5th fret, and then 7th. If you're doing it on the 6th string, it starts on the 7th fret. 10th fret, 12th fret, 15th fret, and 14th fret. Drop back down to the 10th fret. There you have it, your first iconic power chord riff. Next one is Rock You Like a Hurricane from the Scorpions, and it starts on an E. Very cool riff. E, 7th fret, 3 strokes. There's a bit of a pause in between that. Then you go down to the G on the 6th and 5th string. Then A, C, D. There's your second one. Is that cool or is that cool? Now, Smoke on the Water. I've heard so many different versions of this song, but the original was played with what we call inverted fourths. What that means is that we're actually playing 2 strings. Now, Ritchie Blackmore, most of the time I've watched him play, started it on the open G and D. And technically, when we're measuring an interval or a two-note harmony, we measure it from the lowest note. So this is a D, and this is a G. So it becomes a D perfect fourth, but that's not the way it's related to in the song. It's actually the reverse. You're actually going to relate to the high note for the root. Because if you play it in single notes, it's going to start on the G. It's got the good old devil's note in there, the flatted 5th, but it's G, B flat, C, right? 6th string, 3rd fret, 5th string, 1st fret, 5th string, 3rd fret, and the flatted 5th is on the 4th fret, 5th string. So that's your first group, right? Second group. And then back to the first group. Then close. Now the deal with that is quite simple. He used inverted fourths. So this is the G here that matches your G single note. Next one is B flat. Now I just bar over this, right? And I use my first finger, or whatever finger that I've got that I'm catching, and it's all played, Ritchie Blackmore version is all played on the 4th and 3rd string, right? So, you know, it's going to go. It's just 2 strings, right? Just those 2. Now, my secret is that I kink my finger and just touch the B and the E strings, that's the 2nd and the 1st string, so they don't ring out. In the end, you get this. That's not too hard at all, right? So open, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Open, 3rd fret, 6th fret, 5th fret. Then repeat the first riff. Open, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Then close, 3rd fret, open. I chose to play it here, especially if I'm singing it. So I'm using the interval on the 5th and the 4th string, and then I cross over so I don't have to play the open string. It was just easier for me when I was singing it or playing it. So that riff is bass in G. You can play it like this. All right, there you go. Now, number 4, Sunshine of Your Love, Eric Clapton. Now, you can just play the single notes. He's played it in so many different ways. I'm going to give you a few options. And it's in the key of D pentatonic minor. And in the original recording, he starts it by sliding up to the 12th fret. But you could also play it in power chords. But Clapton liked it with his thirds, and he didn't always play it with the thirds, but and then single notes, which is the way I'm going to show you. But you can play it just single notes too. It's right out of the scale, right out of D pentatonic minor. Same with this, D pentatonic minor. So starting at the 12th fret with your 3rd finger on the 4th string. So you know it's 12th fret and then 10th fret and back to the 12th. Then it crosses over to the 5th string and does the chromatic run. This is the flatted 5th. You flatted 5ths on the 11th fret, 5th string. And then you have a choice of either going to the next position, which I like to do because I like to slide up. So I would go. But you could also do this. Out of your 1 scale. Add the major 3rd, which is what makes it a cool double stop interval. And that is your 2nd and 3rd finger. Your 3rd finger's on the root note that I just taught you, the root note being the lead note, the note that emphasizes the harmony. And then your 2nd finger is underneath it, 1 fret lower on the 3rd string. And you move that 1 tone or 2 frets. So it goes from the 12th and 11th fret to the 10th and the 9th. And then you just cross over and do your chromatic passing. Now there's one more thing you could do. You can add the double stop up here on the 2nd and 3rd string, because he does that sometimes too. So you could do this. What's happening here is the root on the 12th fret, 4th string. And there is your 3rd on the 2nd and 3rd string. And again, it looks like I'm barring the string, but I'm not. I'm killing the 1st string. So now you've got this. Okay, that's number 4. And now Rocky Mountain Way. My favorite part, there's 2 parts of Rocky Mountain Way I really like. And there's a whole bunch of different ways to play the intro. And Joe Walsh has done it a lot of different ways. But the intro is basically an E power chord. There's your power chord. There's your major 6th. There's your flatted 7th. My favorite part right here. Very cool. Pretty simple. There's a bunch of different ways to approach it. You can actually lift both your 1st and 2nd finger off and hit the open A and D string together and push off that. So D, and then you're open. D, and then you're open. And go up to the E like that, and that sounds really cool. And I like to hit that low E bass note over my E power chord at the 7th fret, right? Also, another way to do is just lift your 1st finger off and leave your 3rd finger down. Okay, that should keep you out of trouble for a while. Thank you for your time. And again, don't forget, top right-hand corner, ring that bell. All right, take care. We'll see you in the next lesson.